Alright, Shalom. Yeah, so I continue on. Alright, this part 2 for the curses of Deuteronomy. Because the first part was when I get a phone call. And I finishing the lesson, right? So it says, thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her. And I was saying that this is even post slavery. Okay, this year is even post slavery. That it have the curses upon us. These Edomites, these prominent Edomites who making a lot of money. Yeah, some of them wife does commit adultery on them, but not as much as it happens in the ghettos. All right, you go hire a wife, you go hire a child mother, whatever, and because you don't have the finance or you don't have the power in your hand, she could go out here and commit adultery on you, and Esau put up a system in place to do with that. Because why? That go even further prove that we the Israelites and the fucking man is just the devil. You understand? He put up a system in place to do with that. And in slavery now, in actual slavery, when Jake was out in the cotton fields picking cotton, alright, weeding cutting down cane, thing in the cane fields, the sugar cane fields, alright, down here in the Caribbean, and all these different employments seen by the master's garden, okay, cleaning the house, paying attention to every need and looking after him as a servant. Alright, when Jake was down here, you might have a Jake who have a wife, like they show you in the movie Birth of a Nation, the Nat Turner story. You might have a Jake who have a wife. He woman, that is wife, now married. And master say he want to deal with wifey tonight. Deal with his wife tonight because he was some black meat tonight. It had no power in that Jake hand to say yes or no. And he loved the woman. Alright? So them curses fall upon us. You could never read this scripture right here and say this ain't pertaining to Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. It was. And it still is to this day. It says, thou shalt build an house in slavery. Who was building up all the masters' houses? It had masters. Alright? The Waterhouse Bill, like they show you in 12 Years a Slave. Who was knocking up the wood? Who was going and cut down the trees to get the wood, to cut, smoothen the wood, cut the wood, prime the wood up, prime up the wood to build the house. Who was doing that? Master wasn't doing that. He was in the palace rocking back. Was Jake doing that? Alright? To build his house, and thou shalt not dwell therein. Nah, he used to put we in a little cottage outside in the field. He used to have the big lavish crib. Alright? We didn't used to dwell in his house. And then the ones of us who dwelt in his house, the house niggers, them used to look down on the ones who in the field and all. All of that is part of Eswani segregation. All of that is part of Eswani philosophy. Plan to destroy Jake and make Jake look at each other as the enemy when he is the enemy. Alright? Esau, the so-called white man, is the enemy. It says, thou shalt plant a vineyard and shalt not gather the grapes thereof. Yeah, we was already planting the gardens. The grapes, the fruit wasn't coming to we. We was eating all the guts and the leftovers, the garbage of the so-called white man. He getting the best, and he just hitting with the garbage of the food. You understand? That was we portion. Alright? Now this year I was in, I believe, when we was in the land of Israel, it says, thine ox shall be slain before thine eyes, and thou shalt not eat thereof. That was when we had prominence in the land. Alright? That would have been going into the 70 AD time. Them used to when they come in, the bombard we, rush we, and they take we ox, kill it. It says, thine ass shall be violently taken away from before thy face, because in slavery we didn't had oxen and ass. We was fucking the lowest of the low. And shall not be restored to thee. Thy sheep shall be given unto thine enemies, and thou shalt have none to rescue them. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people. In slavery, this happening. And thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thine hand, because you had no power to fight for your children. Alright? You had no power to fight for them. You was just seeing your kids being taken from you, and you just had to watch them. That's why the scripture say eyes go. Yeah, so Salaki about that. So I'm going on. It says thy sons, verse 32, thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thine hand. Right? You couldn't tell Master, don't take your children. They're taking your children. They're taking your children. We still under these curses up to this day. If we not under the blessings, we under the curse. If we not under the curse, we under the blessings. Look around you and see how many Israelites, Negroes, Latinos, Native American people who could safely say that they have a sure, that they could take a trip to Barbados in the morning and not get fired from the job, not be in a very high expense when they take the trip. Look, not many. But many could say in the morning they ain't sure where they're getting the next meal from. Alright? They ain't sure where they're getting the next pay from. They ain't sure where they're getting how they're feeding the family. Many could say that in the morning. So that is part of the curses. Alright? It says, the fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up. That is in 70 AD. When the Romans come in. Okay? When the Romans come in, and I will go even far as to say, in the time when we was in the western part of Africa, Jake had the little settlements there. They had the little settlements there. Alright? They had the little things set up to live and to survive, and the so-called white man come again about 1500 years after 70 AD and do the same fucking thing again. It says, and thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed always. Let me look up that word crushed. Look up the word crushed. It says we're going to be crushed. Right? So it comes from the Hebrew word to crush, to oppress, to crush, get crushed, be crushed, oppress, crushed, to be crushed, be broken. Jake is broken, to crush in pieces, to grievously oppress. Alright? We grievously oppressed. In this man's system, we grievously oppressed. Okay? That is how this man dealing with us. Grievously and oppressing us. Alright? It says, so that thou shalt be mad for the sight of thine eyes which thou shalt see. And back in 70 AD, Jake was mad. Like, what the fuck going on? In slavery, they was mad at the sight of the eyes which they see. Okay? I'm going to jump on again. Bam, bam, bam. Verse 37, it says, and thou shalt become an astonishment. Look up that word astonishment. Shama, a waste, a horror. Like when you're watching a horror movie. A horror movie is like, you're always terrified. Like, you see someone just jump. So when people look at Jake in the streets, they how they look at Jake like, what the fuck? There's vagrants, there's gangbangers, there's drug dealers, homosexuals, there's all madmen, alright? Crazy lunatic people on the streets, like that has been nasty. All of that befall Jake because of the curses. These is the curses which befall Israel. Okay? We are astonishment, a horror to the other nations to look upon. I get a precept there. Lamentations 2:15. By rights this ought to come out. Verse 15. It says, all that pass by clap their hands at thee, and hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, which is Israel, saying, Is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth? Alright? It says, all thine enemies have opened their mouth against thee, they hiss and gnash their teeth, they say, We have swallowed her up, certainly this is the day we looked for, we have found, we have seen it. So in other words, they're saying, looking at us as a horror, they're astonished, like, what the hell? In verse 15. What the hell? Look at these niggas, watch how them living. In old galvanized shacks, eating the worst of the worst. You know? That is the astonishment. And thou shalt become an astonishment, because when you check up Jake history, they had a vast history. Time of King Solomon, in the time of King David, in the time of we kings, we had things. But in the kingdom was in the time of King Solomon. But when we was in the time of David, nobody couldn't touch Jake still. You understand? They couldn't touch Jake. Because they say, hey, that David and them people, boy. To fall from that level to the level we at now, people look at us like, wow. A proverb is like a bad thing to be talking about. So a proverb, in other words, the word proverb, I'll look it up here, but they ain't really giving me proverb, parable, proverbial saying, a aphorism, a byword. In other words, they're looking at us and talking bad about you in heights. You know? Effing me up, dissing me. And a byword, slangs, niggers, picks, wetbacks. Alright? Pine head. Some of them just call each other pine head because the head like a pine cone, nigger's head. Okay? What is that many other bywords, African Americans, Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, these is bywords because their names are not that in the Bible. It says, among all nations whither the Lord shall lead thee. Alright? Verse 41, it says, Thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity. That happened in time of slavery. When they were separating the families and all of that. Alright? We had sons and daughters and we couldn't enjoy them. Then going into slavery. They separate the mother from the son, the daughter from the mother, the brother from the sister, the father from the children. They had no enjoying them. So like, hold on. Yes, so like, care about that again. It says, Thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity. Alright? It's jumping to verse 43. It says, The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. That is all these heathen nations. That is them who within our circle, within we borders, where we dwelling right now. These Chinese, these Hamites, these Japanese, these so-called white people, these Elamites, all of them with the come here after we on these land, and they does just rise up above we. They does flourish, they does do better than us by far. And we does just be on the bottom. We in Lavantil living. Alright, we in the ghettos, we in the slums, we selling on the streets, whereas we have a store to put we goods in. And if we do have a store, it run down and decaying, and these other nations, their stores brand new. They're driving the best are the best, they're eating the best are the best, the children going to school in the best places, they're having a better life. Alright, they could take vacations, they could go on The friendships when you had to live from paycheck to paycheck. They got up above us very high and we came down very low.